Dun, da, da, da! We are live on this lovely Saturday morning. Unless you're watching it in the playback, then it's whatever date and time you are watching it, which is not necessarily Saturday morning. This is your first time here. Hi, I am Matthew of Mixed Domestic. I love to sew and craft and crochet and weave, and I have a fabric shop, and everything here is centered on diversity, equity, and inclusion, which means that we just consider people that are different than us, always trying to keep an eye out for that person in the room and society and the world at large that might be having the hardest time, whether it's due to one of their identities or systemic oppression. And then by doing that and lifting them up, we lift everyone else up. And that's just an awesome way to be. So I center myself, my business, my brand, and everything I do in that, just to make sure that folks like me and folks not like me feel safe, welcome, valid, seen, etc. So good morning. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Runs with Quilts, Melissa. Good morning, Ola Joe. Good morning, Sonia. And Susan, you are not a squirrel. So this is a funny comment. Unless I see a squirrel between now and the start, I actually make my first live. I'm really excited about that. I get that. I'm assuming that you're a human, not a dog. I know that's a dog thing too, but dogs are awesome. If you're a dog, you're welcome here too. I appreciate it. I got my drink. It just showed up. Yeah. So, how's everyone's week been? Has it been amazing and event filled and like full of positivity and joy and like finding things? Hi, Del Marie. Hi, Jack. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kate. Yay. I have felt like I have been a chicken with my head cut off, running around, doing so much. Hey, if y'all are here, don't forget to follow and like and like put a little thumbs up if you're on the Facebook. Put a thumbs up if you're over on the YouTube's. Follow, like, subscribe, all of the things, because this is a good time. And if you're digging this energy, you don't want to miss out next time. But I have been doing so much because I'm also trying to sew. Because ever since I started my fabric shop, the one thing that I'm not able to do, which I kind of knew because I'd given this advice to other people whose businesses were growing, is that once you start to build a business and you're an entrepreneur and that becomes like your bread and butter, then that essentially becomes your project. And so my other projects of sewing, I'm not able to. So a lot of times I'll have folks help me out making quilts, which is the one behind me. Look at that. That's my cobblestone. We'll chat about it in a bit. There's another quilt that I showed yesterday that someone else made, but there's one that I wanted to make for myself. Good morning from Jamaica. Well, good morning, Heather Rutler from Jamaica. I love that. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Elizabeth, Debbie, Jessica. Because this one, can you see it over in the corner? Let me put the light on it. I'm almost done, so I'll be able to show it next. I wonder if I can get it and move my stuff. See that? It is my iconic fabric in Bloom quilt that I wanted to own it. I wanted to have it, and I wanted to make it myself. I just love the fabric collection. And Libs is, can I put this back? New collection just showed up. And sorry for the wibbly wobbly. Hopefully y'all don't have vertigo. It just showed up, which is gorgeous. It's called Still. It's a black and white collection. But I was like, I got to get that out of my shop, which means I needed to finish that quilt, which I'm doing. And it's really quite exquisite, because it's one of those collections you kind of need to see what it's all about. Let me show you the collection in my shop real quick. The one, share screen, share. So the one I'm speaking about is this one. It's called Iconic, and it's super cool. There's this is the quilt kit. So that's the finished quilt that I'll be done. Is it showing it? Let me make sure it's showing it. Yeah, okay. That, oh my gosh, I'm 3/4 of the way through. It's going to be so much fun. But I have like 6 to 8 of those kits cut up, and then most of the fabric will be gone. The fabrics not included in the kit are on sale. Those included in the kit are not on sale because I think I might need to make more kits. So whichever sells out the fastest is great. So if y'all want to help me sell out of this collection because you like it and you see it and you can visualize it now, like look, like this safety pins print, super cute. Like it's cute. But I can see for a lot of people that this might be a lot for other people to understand what to do with it. Like something like this, it's very like edgy. Most people might not know what to do with it. So I'm glad that this kit is done and the quilt I'm working on. One for myself and then two for like y'all, because it's really fun to step outside of our comfort zone with what we're normally doing. Del Marie, is the libs available now? Are you referring to this? That's available now. I'm trying to get rid of it because still just showed up. So still, yes, I took it off of pre-order. I don't think I've removed the sale. So get it while the sale's still on there so you can get the extra 10% off. I don't think I removed it, but still is now available. I have bundles. I haven't listed the 10 by 10 inch squares, all the yardage. The wide backs haven't come yet, but yeah, you can pre-order it. And whenever it comes, it comes. Hi, Michael. Yeah, still, it's STILL. Well, let me just share you the screen since we're on the subject. Settings, present, share screen. Let me get back to it. Share. So this is the one we're speaking about. I'm not showing it till next week, like the yardage and stuff, because I have to catch up. But it is, I think it's listed still in the pre-orders, but it's not on pre-order anymore. So this is the collection. And then this is the quilt kit that I'm kitting up. Oh, it's super cool. It's a black and white and grayscale collection. And this just showed up. And I think it still has the pre-order sale on it. Let me just check real quick. Add to cart. View cart. Yeah, so that pre-order is still there. The 10% off is still there. But this is her new collection. It's black and white. It's super cool. She also did like a cobalt blue one that's coming later. I can't wait for that one too. But look at this print. Like these prints are super cool. Like people are always asking for black and whites. It's really hard to get like non-tonal stuff, but these are just, her aesthetic is super cool. So yes, that is available now. Make sure to get it because it's fabulous. And we love Libs Elliott. She is a ride or die for me. I'm a ride or die for her. So I love everything that she does. Hi, Andrea. It's okay to be late. You're not late. You're just on time. It's wonderful. Me too, Natalie. Black and white is so cool, especially when it's done well. A lot of times in collections and with manufacturers, it's kind of an afterthought, as if it's not like super important. It's hard to design in black and white, I guess, because people don't know how to do that. They know how to throw colors together, but to design really, really chic, timeless, cool black and white fabrics, it's kind of difficult for some. You finished it? You finished it? I can't wait to see it. I got your email. Lori's one of my quilter helpers. She made a sample of the frequency quilt top with Ebon's line. I can't wait to see it. Without y'all, I couldn't promote any of this because it takes so much time. But I can't wait. I'm not going to show y'all that. Y'all can wait for that one. But that one, it's going to be real cool. I knew it was going to be cool. It's another like outside of our comfort zone kind of situation. So thank you, Lori. I appreciate you. But into the fabric for today. So I have two main collections that I'm going to share. One is one that is here that has arrived. And there's a story behind it. So this is... No, I don't want to show that. That's not what I want to show. Oh, I need to stop sharing screen. Stop share. Remove. Add to stage. This one. So this is called Legendary Love. And it's by Sarah Thomas of Sari Diddy. And she is someone, I've kind of talked about her, but there's a story associated why I was compelled to get it and then compelled to like really, really show up for her in this era of my business and as a human. Because when I first began, let me take this off. When I first began doing all of this back in 2016, you like, nails on fleek or whatever. In 2016, it was all for my daughter. I started sewing because I wanted to connect with my daughter because unfortunately, I was not able to make that connection with my own mom who had sewing machines galore, fabric everywhere because I was not assigned the right gender at birth for her to want to teach me. She always wanted to um teach my sisters. They weren't interested. I was, but like she and my stepdad just they were like, no, you can't learn that. You gotta go do other stuff. I tried. I just football and me, like, could you imagine with this hair? Like never. But it was just a missed opportunity. So whenever my daughter was born, my spouse bought me a couple sewing classes for me to learn how to sew, and it just like uncorked something. And since it was for my daughter, it's like the quality was like just next level because I had a muse and inspiration. And when I put stuff on the internet, like on Instagram, it's like businesses and brands like really like wanted to partner with me. And I was so grateful because I've never been popular my entire life. Never. It's not anything I've ever yearned for. Like this is kind of a shock still. I don't quite get it. Authenticity is a winner chicken dinner, I guess. But whenever I started, because so many brands wanted to work with me and I was getting opportunities, part of it was this glass escalator situation, which happens with male presenting humans in female dominated industries, that a lot of times they'll get attention and they'll like move up the ranks a lot faster than they should. And I absolutely benefited from that. I didn't see it at the time, but I knew that I was getting attention that was undeserved, which is why I did fundraisers all the time. And I would use other people's patterns and I would elevate and escalate. So I tried to like compensate for this thing that was clearly unfair that I was benefiting from. But for some, it just wasn't enough. So there was a gaggle of like gay, LGBTQ, queer humans that were just on the hater brigade from the very beginning. And then there were a gaggle of like-minded humans that were women that were also on my other hater brigade because they felt like I was taking opportunities from them that they should have. La. So in that, Sarah, like through all of that, she helped me. And she helped me in spite of a lot of hate that I was getting behind the scenes that I wasn't aware of. And she elevated me and got me opportunities and connected me to people and did a lot for me. And that alone, wow, like I just didn't realize how much she was sticking her neck out for me. Because especially early on with Instagram, the hater brigades were like in full force. It was like their mission to like put people down in the industry. Don't understand. I've never participated in that. But unfortunately, when my mental health started to deteriorate and I didn't quite understand that I had CPTSD yet, for those that aren't aware, like I have CPTSD for childhood trauma. We don't need to get into that part. But essentially my body does stuff and it feels like there's a threat that's trying to kill me or like cause me harm. And I either want to run or like it's fight, flight, or fawn are the things that I do. I fawn a lot, but it was really hardcore and I didn't understand. I actually had my first panic attack at an event where Sarah was at. And so for some reason, I attached her to that. And even though she had been one of the few people that were helping me out. And so I actually started to stand in her way of getting opportunities. So like I was an absolute, like, I don't cause harm. I just don't. And I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I was just hyper focused on protecting myself. But that was kind of whack. Not kind of whack. That was like really whack. I've since reached out and apologized to her for doing that now that I understand where it came from and I see everything. And it's like she never, ever did anything bad to me. She did all the great things for me. And then like, wow, what did I do but turn around and do that to her? So that's what mental health could do for you. I'm not excusing it, but when I reached out, I was like, yeah, let me, like, words are words. And this is how I feel about any apology. The apology isn't like the words that you say. That's why I never understand whenever like you see TV shows where people force their kids to apologize and then you force the other one to accept it. It's not about the words. It's not about saying I'm sorry in a way that's meaningful for the other person to truly believe it. What an apology is then the actions and steps that you take in the future to rectify it and then to make sure that you never do it again. So I'll be absolutely transparent about that story with Sarah, because one, it's like I take my platform seriously, and if anyone was aware of those things when I did it in real time, it's a long time ago. Yeah, I was a dick. That was wrong. There's no reason for me to have done that. Even if someone's ideologically different, there's no reason to do that. And this is my one of many steps in trying to make it right with her. So that's the story between me and this collection and me and Sarah, and that I'm taking those steps to rectify any harm that I did cause to her, because she didn't deserve it. And in fact, she deserves trophies and accolades, and she deserves for this collection to thrive and do super well. And I want to see this collection sell out in my shop. It's really beautiful. I'm super proud of her that she found a home with Moda, and Moda supports her. And I think this is her second or third collection with them. And so I got the whole line. I got some jelly rolls, which, I mean, look at this gradient. Could you imagine a jelly roll rug with this? It would be so incredibly beautiful. I think I'm going to make one. So this is the collection gradient. I just wanted you to see it, the colors that we're working with. And then this is the quilt kit that I currently have kitted up. It's a posy patch quilt. Like, look at how darling that is. It's gorgeous with all of those colors, and the way that the colors are really showing up. Also with the designs, it's really pretty. I'm excited to see someone make that. I'm not gonna be able to make this one, but it's gonna go on my list, Lori, if you wanted to make this, or any of my quilters that are making it. But let me show you the fabric now. And I'm gonna stop a couple times. I'm doing it a little differently, because I wanted to showcase. I can't keep doing it the same way. Hold on, let me take a pause so I understand what this is. Carla, what is that? This is my first time watching your live, and the KC Current Home Opener is today. It's the best day ever. What's a KC Current Home Opener? I don't know. Is that like water? The current? Is that a sports thing? I don't understand. What is it? But I'm real excited for you. If you're super happy, I'm super happy. That sounds amazing. The birds. Right. So while I'm here, I wanted to show you a couple of them close. Because, oh no, these aren't the ones. Because they're really glorious. Let me remove this real quick. Most of them are going to be like that when I show it, but this one you have to see. Oh no, this isn't it. That's another one. This one you have to see the whole thing. Is upside down? Is upside down? This way. Like, see? Look. I'm obsessed with the vines and stuff, but then with the birds, like, look how beautiful it is. Like this one. Oh, the fussy cutting you could do. Michael, we're going to talk about that quilt after this. And then here's another colorway of it. Michael, that would actually be a good beginner quilt pattern for you, because you're wanting to get into it, right? This one would actually be a good one, the one behind me. See? So this is that design. Let me get back into it. And then these are the different colorways of this print. Super pretty. I love it. Yeah, curves are great. Curves are great. I'm actually about to do, after I film the tutorial for the one behind me, I'm going to do another one just on curves. But these 5 are so delightful. The dark blues in this one are really get me. This is another one I want to show you real quick. Oh, I started over. I don't want to start over. There we are. There we are. There we are. There we are. Okay. Let me remove. So now this is this design. I think this one's inspired by China that did the pottery. But like, look at this blue. Oh. And the crispness of the colors on something this dark really is exciting. And then this is another one of these. So these two prints I wanted to just show you. Like, isn't it gorge? And before I forget to tell you, I'll remind you when we're done, but Legendary Love, because I'm not necessarily, I didn't order this one to profit from it. I want it to be super supportive and to sell. So Legendary Love is 20% off in my shop automatically. So if you put it in your cart, the 20% discount will just show up. And then you can use any of the codes like this Mix Live 15. So on top of that, it would be 35% off any Legendary Love. Just to help boost it and sell it. I'd love for it to sell out and so I can order it again and do that. But just remember 20% off plus 35% off of Legendary Love. I'll probably extend it beyond a week. But I gotta say that because of that FOMO thing. Then let's go. Here we go. So these are those prints again. What's everyone drinking? Let me know. Right? Blue china plates. Absolutely. The birds kind of look like leaves too. Deb, you got it? Yay! Thank you. Thank you for your support. This one is neat. I think it's like hills or something. I just love it. Coffee, tea. I'm a blue fan. I also love me some lime green though. And then those are really cute. Like this colorway is really, really, it's delightful. I'm breathing heavy. You can hear it in the... I love this blender. I wish it was in more colors. I wish it was. Because I love it. I could have a whole collection of those. Strong coffee black. Oh, look at you. You're so tough. You're so... Yeah, these are really cute blender. I just love the way they all marry together. Yeah, like this is a sharp color story, this whole collection. And then what's next? There we are. This one reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts. Is that what it's called? If that's what it's called, that would be funny. I don't remember what it's called. But this is great. I love the super saturation on these. And then this one, oh, such a light blender. Really great for background. Obsessed. Obsessed. And then this one, I mean, that one's Pride all over it. Allison, right now it's 35% off. Don't forget. Get it. I'm an enabler. Now that I have a shop, I'm a super enabler. Yeah, these are great. Da-da-da. And then remove. Looks like custom long arm quilting. That's how she started, was long arming. She is a long armor. Sarah of Sarah Diddy. She's a long armor. She's the one that originally worked with Handy Quilter, and that's why I always remembered that she loved how it handled. So that's the company that I went to, is because she'd always sung their praises. I think she might have switched somewhere else since then. I'm not sure who she uses. But yeah, she did long arms, and her free motion quilting was like next level. It looked like it was computerized because it was so precise. And what she was able to do just was so impressive. She always talked about wanting to one day like long arm one of my woven quilts if I ever did one. So we'll see if the relationship develops beyond where it's at to where we can do a collaboration or something like that. That would be great. Your Rashida Coleman Hale is being delivered today. Yay! Yay! I love that. I don't know what this is. Dandelion and burdock. Are you in England? Or is that just oh, my hair's really looking cute. Sorry, I got distracted. Legendary Love, automatically 20% off when you put it in your cart. And then using the 15% off, you get 35% off. Do not forget this quilt kit. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to show. My computer. There it is. Open. Right here. From their catalog. There are 2 quilts from here that, there she is. Everybody say hi, Sarah. That were from her book. Like, all of the quilts are gorgeous. Like, sometimes they don't get it right when they put quilts in here. But all of them are just gorgeous. But then these 2 are from her book. And this one on the left, you can do with a jelly roll. You would just need to get some of the background. So if you really like that, you can purchase one of my jelly rolls, purchase the book. I have the book also, and then get the background. I might kit it up just to make it easier for folks. And then this one on the right, like, that one's a stunner. And that's also from the book. I just need to figure out what I have. That one I'm definitely going to kit up. I just haven't had the time to like list it in my shop. But wow, is that exquisite. I'm just blown away by that one. So just know that there's some goodies in her book. And those are 2 of the quilts from it. But like, all of these, like, any of those are gorgeous. Any of those. I just really love the posy one up there. And then, you did? Did you? Have you started using them yet? Like, this is a mixture of 3 products. Now that I know the products that are good, now I know how to mix them and for maximum event. Moonbow Arts Hand Knits. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Ta-da! I love it. And now the next fabric that I wanted to show. These fabrics I got. Oh, I like it. I like that sound. Because, oh yeah, don't forget my shirt. If anyone needs a shirt, yes, I quilt. No, I won't make you one if you pay for the fabric. Have any of y'all makers out there, whether you are a quilter, sewist, crafter, knitter, crocheter, have you had someone come up to you and ask you to make something, and then they'll be like, oh, I'll buy the yarn for you, or I'll buy the fabric for you. And I want to be like, sweetheart, you would have done that. But then you'd also pay my hourly rate. Like, it's just so interesting. It's not a favor to like buy the fabric. Because there's 2 ways you will ever get a quilt from me. Ever. You become my friend, you get in my circle, and I give it to you. That's it. Free. You don't pay for anything. I guess there's 3 ways. The second way, I do a fundraiser. I put my quilts in the fundraiser. You buy it from the fundraiser, and then that money goes to charity. Or 3, I'm actually doing a commission for someone. I never do them. But yeah, he's paying my hourly rate, and I'm a top shelf experience. I'm not a bottom shelf experience. So yeah, he's paying me good for that. He made the mistake of having a video call with me, and I got to see his kitchen, and I was like, oh yeah, you're paying more. That's what's up. Most people don't want to pay when they know how much the fabric costs anyway. Yeah, they don't. It's like that. We don't do this because it's like the cheaper way, unless you have a big stash, and then it's like, don't tell people how much you spent on it yet. But so I don't tell a lot of people I quilt due to that. So Michael, this quilt behind. If you are looking for like beginner friendly quilts, this one right here, I have this one kitted up. It's the Cobblestone Quilt, and it's for anyone, not just for Michael. The Cobblestone Quilt using Alison Glass's Sunprint 2025, and it's gorgeous. It's even more gorgeous than, let me go up a little bit, than I thought it would be. Let me remove this so you can see it. But it's an affordable quilt kit. It's under $100. I think it's around $90 for the all of the fabric for the front, the binding, and the pattern. That's really good. Like, I don't price my quilt kits like how I should, clearly, but this one, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, look how fun it is. Don't y'all want to get it? Everyone, ooh and aw. So if you're looking for a quilt kit, it's very forgiving. It's not about perfection and preciseness. It's about like really the color gradient and letting the fabric sing and shine. And really, I have the patterns, and you can do it with any quilt like collection, that would even look gorgeous with this collection. It just takes, I think, 21 fat quarters. So if you get 21 fat quarters and the pattern, you're good to go. But this one, yeah, for 90 bucks for a quilt kit, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So that's why that's up there. I've done a couple. I think I have another one. Let's take a break. I'll show you one more. You want to see one more quilt? Y'all want to see another quilt? Let me show you one more quilt. Is it pre-cut like all the pieces? No. This ain't legit quilt kilts or what, quilt kits or what. Is it pre-cut? No, but you get the fat quarters and then you cut it. But you need to like, it's kind of like improv piecing. And this is, I'm working on a tutorial for it. So there will be a video up soon on my YouTube, long form, where I'll show the basic technique that you can understand. It's really simple, really forgiving, and it's really great. But then now there's another one, if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it down. I showed this one on my social yesterday. But while we're on quilt kits, let me show you this one. This one is the Eclipse quilt. And it's using Zen Chic's still paper too, and all of you, like OLIVEU. So this is the quilt. I don't know if the whole thing will show. But see, this is a kit too, and this I think is $100, and you get the pattern and you get all the fabric for this. As you can see, it's a larger one. It covers most of your body, and it's curves. And then after I'm done with the tutorial for this one, I'm going to work on the tutorial for curves, because some people are intimidated by curves, but really it's not hard. And curves are actually really forgiving too. But I got some tips and tricks for helping with that. But those are two kits that are up. So if whichever one you want to get, you can get it done. It's super fun. And these two, before I get into the next collection, are like randoms. I didn't buy the whole collection because I wasn't feeling it. But I loved these. And these were from Billy Rue's. I forget which. Is it on here? Mosaic. But this is one of the fabrics. So you got to search for it if you dig it. It's just, it gets lost because people don't see it in the way I have it organized. And then this is another one. So if you like either of these, then go look, type in Mosaic or whatever in my shop. This one I loved a lot. I just thought this one was really gorgeous. Ooh, ooh. So those two. But then the next one is Foundation by Tim Holtz. Because I realized to kit up the quilts that he has with his fabrics, you need a lot of other fabrics. So I had to buy like some of these prints as offshoots. And then eventually I was just like, let me just get enough. So now I have 20 of them that I carry, but I love them. It's just like, I got a budget, Tim. I'm not sticking to my budget, but it's really pretty. So let's get into it. This one is like airplane. And these are like foundations. Essentially, a lot of the fabrics that Tim Holtz had designed, suddenly you're able to reorder them. And this is the first time I've seen a lot of them. But I think I am not fanatical, but I feel the way about Tim Holtz fabric that I know a lot of people feel about Tula Pink. I don't think I'll ever carry her stuff, but there's like a really like intense like fan core for her. I feel that way about his fabrics. They're just amazing. So I will eventually have all of his stuff. Like, look at that. What is that? That's like out of the blue, but it's gorge. So these are under the foundation. Even though some of them are in the monochrome, some of them are different. I just needed them for a bunch of quilt kits. Look at that. What is that? Like, that's just next level. That's next level. I'm not alone in thinking these are cool. I mean, even if I was, I'm right and you're wrong if you don't think it. A jelly roll braid? That sounds fun. And these are multiplication. Like, what a cool little like print to have. This one. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, that's just, my brain could never come up with that as a design. I would never think to do that. I would never think to do that. Never. This is cool. Anyone in New York or like loves New York? That's just, oh, like that's just so cool. I'm just not cool. Sometimes I feel like I'm not cool enough to play with the fabric, but I am, I think. I think this was called Dictionary. Right? Love Tim Holtz. Yeah. The floral is so good. It's so good. Like, give me a collection around that one. It's upside down. That's just alphabet. Super cool. I show 10 of these. Matthew, you are breathing hard in this video. This one's super neat too. Like a plaid, weathered plaid. Super neat. That's all I did here. So there's 10 more. But this, love Tim Holtz, especially the abandoned line. I'm obsessed. I finally got all of my quilts kits that people had ordered when I first had abandoned out and shipped off. I was waiting for some fabrics that I sold out of abandoned when I got it, like lickety split. And so I restocked all of the abandoned. I have all the quilt kits available for abandoned. Let me share. Let me go there. I'll show you here. Where am I going? Present, share screen. This is fun. It's like a business meeting. Share. Okay, quilt kit. Abandoned. Where are you? Here. So all the fabrics I have back in stock. All the bundles I have back in stock. Curious by Nature. This quilt, I'm making this one. I was sad that I sold out so fast that I couldn't get the fabric. I couldn't start making it. But this one, that's a hubba situation. So that's one of the quilt kits. Those are back in stock, available for people to order. Those of you who are patient, thank you. This is another one. Love this. So that's available again, under $100. And these are all of the fabrics. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This one, oh, it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So that is abandoned. I am obsessed with abandoned. I'm obsessed. But to make some of the other quilts, like for his palette program, I needed to get some of these other Foundations fabrics. So that's why I started getting them. Tim Holtz is like my ADD brain function obsessed. I resonate. I got it. Yeah. This one. Wait, where is it? But hi, wicked cool quilt. Bags. Kim, I was shocked. My daughter, she wants me to make her a lunchbox, like a lunch bag, because she brings her lunch to school now. And she went around my fabric shop and she picked out that one that I just showed you, the rust one from Tim Holtz. And I was like, I'm shocked she picked that one. But good for her, because that's great taste. But could you, all of the bags, all of the bag applications, all of them amazing. Obsessed. Now let's get into the second half of the Foundations, because these are so cool. And this is just a great polka dot. This one's just delightful. And a lot of these are like neutral, where they can go with anything. It's not a lot of intense color, because they need to complement the palette program. Matthew, you need to get the breathing. Like, I'm too close to the microphone when I film this. This one's so cool. Same, honestly, Michael. I get decision paralysis a lot, and when it's too much, I get sensory overload. but I've been doing this long enough to where I'm able to put stuff together now. But absolutely, yeah. This is so cool. And then this one, if y'all think this one is cool, there's 7 other colors in it. I wouldn't mind getting it. Like, it's like a worn crocodile. Like, it looks so great. And then this one is like a cracked. I think it's called cracked. I needed this for some of the quilt kits. And I got 2 of these colors, but there's some more colors in this. I'll get them all eventually. I'm going to have a Tim Holtz section. Oh, it's so cool. And this diamond one is super neat. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. This. Look at this. Look at this. Could you imagine a bag or a zipper pouch with that? Or like a pop-up container? And then this is the second cracked one I got. There's some other colors in this I'll eventually get, but I just need to slow down. My assistant has taken over my books, and so she's making me like be responsible, which makes me sad. I've got to be responsible now. How do I make it go away? Remove. Yeah, so my assistant has kind of upgraded herself because I've reached a place with my business to where I need to understand like the taxes and creating a budget and how to pay myself and all of that. So she's gotten into it, and she's giving me some mandates. She's told me I can't, well, she's allowed to because she's been running me for 6 years now, 5 years now. I've known her for like 10, but I can't meet with fabric reps anymore because I'm too impressionable, and I end up getting stuff that I wouldn't normally get. And then she wants me to sit down with her once a month to order the fabric. And then she's telling me I have to have a budget. And I need to stick to my budget. Like, what's that? But that's where I'm at now, because it's like, this is my gig, so I need to figure out how to like get like take an income or whatever. I don't understand any of that. I've always worked for corporate America for 20 years. This is my first time. But that's where we are. So we'll see how the budget goes. But if I sell a lot more fabric, then I don't have to have as much of a budget, right? No, I need to have a budget. But I mean, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, being an adult is hard. It's this growing up, like adulting kind of thing. Like she's saying I need to switch over to an S Corp or something. I don't understand any of this. Like, it's very grown up. But once I understand it, it'll be super cool. Like that'll be great. Thank you. Thank you for validating me, Natalie. Budgets are like, what is that? But that's really how I've always lived my life too. It's like I believed in the whole like thing. If I just make a little bit more money, then I'll be happy and I'll have enough. But it's like that never happened. I was always looking for more. I was always looking for a promotion. I was always looking. And it's like I really believe when it came to like happiness outside of right now, but in the corporate America track, I was the happiest before I started getting on that journey where I was balancing my checkbook, and I was like we were eating like, what's it called? Like chicken voila and like hamburger helper. And it wasn't about chasing anything. And that's where I want to get back to that mentality, not necessarily hamburger helper, but like, I think all of us with the world right now, we need to do that. And that's why it's like when y'all buy fabric, I'm really grateful, and I'll always do sales as long as I can. But I do need to figure out how to budget because it's gonna get tough. And I think we're all realizing that dream we were taught, it's not real. That's not the path to happiness. That's not the path to happiness. Just chasing a little bit more money, chasing a little bit more. It never gets you there. More money, more problems. But this journey that we're on together, I think, is the right one, about creating community, creating quilts, creating crafts, creating respect, creating an inclusive environment. That's the path that I want to be on. Almost like a commune of like people who are awesome to get along and have fun and create and craft. So I think y'all are on board with that, and I'm really grateful that y'all are on my journey. Let's see, before we take off, to see what else is out there. Legendary Love Foundations available. Don't forget the shirt. I got a bunch of new shirts. I think I'm going to create a new one this weekend. Don't know what it's going to be yet. Quilt kit, Cobblestone. It's $90. Quilt kit, Eclipse. I think that's like $100. Quilt kit and Bloom. Help me get rid of that so I can make room for Still. I think that's like $125. Quilt kit Posy Patch. I got a bunch of quilt kits because they're fun, but then you can also just buy the fabric. I do have some new ones that just came in. I have Forever Friends. Let me share the screen again. That these are still going to be on pre-order until I move them up on my website. But let me show you. Am I still sharing my screen? Stop screen. I've been sharing my screen the whole time. I don't understand why it does that. That's so rude. So, settings. No, that's not the right one. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Share. Okay, there's this one. Let me show you the ones that are in that I'll be shipping out this week. I just haven't moved them. So I know that this one right here is coming. I have the bundles already, but the yardage will be here on Tuesday. And this is a collection that's all about like pets. So there's a cat line and then a dog line. And they're really great. So I'll show them next week. Look at that. Look at that. So that's one that's in, but it's still listed as pre-order. I know this one's on its way. The neutral from Tim Holtz. I know. Oh, this one I have in. I need to show that to you. This one, it's in. I just need to unpack it and make room, and then I'll move it up. So why I'm showing you all these is that all of my pre-orders are 10% off. And then what else do I have that's coming in? This one. I have these in. So these are in, and I've already sold half, and it was just on my newsletter. My shot cottons. These are 35 shot cottons of K Facet. And then the stripes. There's 3 left of these. And then this quilt kit. There's 1 left of that. And those just came. So if you like shot cottons, then get those. Anything else is in? And then I think, which other one? Woodland Park. Let me see what the sale is. I think I have a sale on this one too. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. Add to cart. Let me see what the sale is. View cart. Oh, that one's not on sale. Sorry, I moved it. Okay. So there's no more sale on that one. Stop sharing. So those are the pre-orders that are coming in. So just know that pre-orders are always going to be 10% off. And then you can add it to any of the discounts. So that's 25% off. And then the Legendary Love is 20% off. Add that to the 15, 35% off. Shot cotton. Yeah. Pew, pew. It feels different. It's a woven. So as opposed to like a yarn dye, as opposed to how regular quilter's cotton feels, the texture is different. It's more like linen-esque. It's still quilter's cotton like weight, so it's 4.5 ounces. But it's just got a unique texture to it. I can show this to y'all next week if I have any left, or if y'all wanted me to order anymore. But this is the quilt cotton bundle, the shot cotton bundle. This is the stripes bundle. Check them out because it's really cool. They're soft. They're really drapey. Really would be a lovely quilt to get either of these. So that's all the fabric. So yes, I have lots of fabric because I am a fabric shop. I'm going to get back to sewing. I think right now my daughter and I are going to go watch RuPaul because that's her thing. After this, we go watch RuPaul. Then that's it. The warp thread is a different color than the weft. Absolutely. Can you see the texture? See how one is darker than the other? Absolutely. That's what's up. The warp is different than the weft. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. And I'm gonna have fun with my daughter and spend some time with my family and have a good day. And then tell one of my friends happy birthday because it's her birthday. Then that's all I have. That's all I've got. That's a weird, awkward conclusion. But thanks for hanging out and for coming. And it really means a lot, all the support. And as always, try to find time for yourself because we never find time for ourselves. You have to pencil it into your calendar, do that. I even struggle with that because I'm working from 6 to 10, usually most days. That I do actually have to schedule time for myself just to do stuff because even on my couch, I'm like working. But let's all promise to do that this weekend, whether it's from sewing or vegging or snuggling with a pet or going on a walk or buying some fabric. Just spend some time with yourself and learn to love yourself because if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anybody else? All right. Bye, y'all.